Our long national receiver nightmare is over. Alabama wide receiver DeVonta Smith has broken the quarterback stranglehold on the Heisman Trophy. The previous 4 winners were all quarterbacks, and 12 of the previous 14. The other 3 finalists this season were all QBs, runner-up Trevor Lawrence of Clemson, 3rd place Mac Jones of Alabama, and 4th place Kyle Trask of Florida. The only non-QBs to win the Little Stiff Armor since 2005 are Alabama skill players, running backs Mark Ingram and Derrick Henry, and now the guy they call Smitty. So there are essentially 2 paths to the Heisman: be a quarterback or be a star back or receiver for Nick Saban. This was a long overdue breakthrough for Wideout Nation. Smith is the 85th winner of the Heisman, but just the 6th receiver. Kent Gidley, Heisman Trophy Trust. USA Today Sports. The last from that position to win was Michigan's Desmond Howard in 1991. The others, Notre Dame's Tim Brown in 1987, Nebraska's Johnny Rodgers in 1972, Notre Dame's Leon Hart in 1949 and Yale's Larry Kelley in 1936. The latter 2 were labeled ends. They did catch passes, just not many of them back in those days. Kelley caught 17 passes in 36, Smith caught 15 in the Southeastern Conference championship game alone last month. You could argue that Smith is the first to win the Heisman on pass-catching ability alone. Howard, Brown and Rodgers all returned kicks and ran the ball with greater frequency than Smith has. Brown had 3 punt-return touchdowns in his Heisman season, Howard returned both a kickoff and a punt for a score, plus 2 running touchdowns, and Rodgers actually had more TDs running than receiving when he won it. Smith had 1 TD on a punt return, but only ran back 9 punts all season. He had 4 rushes for 6 yards and 1 TD. He was, quite simply, America's best wide receiver, and for once, that was enough. Smith leads the nation in receptions 105, receiving yards 1,641, and touchdown catches 20 in 12 games. He has been routinely spectacular, making difficult catches and big plays. His route running is impeccable and his hands reliable. Teammates and coaches rave about his work ethic and character. He's probably one of the most selfless guys I've ever had the opportunity to coach, Saban said. He's one of the most popular guys on the team, and one of the people the players look up to because of his attitude. From the small town of Amite, an old cotton trading town that is annually home of the Oyster Festival, Smith becomes just the 2nd native of talent-rich Louisiana to win the Heisman. The first, John David Crow, of Marion, in 1957. Until Tuesday, there had been as many Louisiana-born Heisman winners as those born in Croatia: Frank Sinkwich, the Philippines: Tim Tebow, and Japan: Robert Griffin III. Louisiana's lack of representation is an anomaly, given the state's importance as a hotbed of great players. Is Smith's Heisman win a sign of things to come, or a blip? We don't know.